Show, and today is Friday. We're going to be answering your questions. We are here in Richmond. We are in our office and our warehouse. Some people were saying in the last couple episodes that I wasn't blinking, so I'm going to try to blink as much as possible today. You guys notice what's happening? So anyway, here we go. Well, I just wanted to show you the office first. So this is the office. It's pretty drab. We've got to get something up on the walls. Look at this. Bleh. But we're here. You know, we're here like, what, once every 3 months? What can we put on the walls? Give us some ideas. So I don't know if you guys got my email, but we do. I just want to tell this before I get into the questions. We do have a closeout going on some specific products in the store. We're in the warehouse and we're looking at some of the things that we were going to continue to carry, and things we're going to discontinue to carrying. What does that mean? Anyway, what we're going to do is we're giving 10% off of Kale Chips and Laughing Giraffe products right now, so you can get them before they're all gone. Some of them might even be gone by now. You can go to renegadehealth.com/closeout. renegadehealth.com/closeout. But let's get into your questions. Here we go. Big question from Dr. Williams' post was osteoporosis for Eskimos. There was a study in 1968 that showed Eskimos had 15% less bone density than other people that were studied, just regular. I think it may even people in England. And so, people are wondering, well, does their high meat diet or high protein diet cause more osteoporosis? And here's the case. We have to look back further than 1968. We have to look back further than 1968 because chances are there was Western influence at that time. We have to look back even further with Weston Price with nutrition and physical degeneration, where he noticed that the Eskimos he didn't study osteoporosis, he didn't study bone density, but what he did study was, and I have it here, he showed that they had high immunity to tooth decay, and we're sturdy and strong and virtually free from degenerative disease. So we got to look at it this way. Just bone density, or just tooth decay, or just tooth health, or just strong knees, or just good vision, whatever. These aren't all just indicators of great health. I mean, of course, we want to have good vision, strong knees, we want to have strong bones, but it's not always cut and dried like that. And so, some people might, it's like if you guys ever played a video game and you get to pick all these different characters, and each character has like these like strong traits, and each one, and some of them have like weaker traits. So like one guy's really fast, but another guy's really good with a sword, but he's slower, and all this sort of stuff. And that's what it's kind of like. And so, all these different cultures, they all have their pluses and minuses, and one thing that a lot of them have in common is their long-lived lives. So that's the big thing. So all the different variables can change a little bit, but most of them live very long, unless there was some sort of invasion from different cultures where viruses were brought, and that basically decimated their populations. So we got to look at all the different pictures. So it's a great question, and I think we have to look further back than 1968. And as I said, I don't want to completely discount science, because I think some of it's valuable, but we do need to look within ourselves and say, what's working for me? What's working for me? Are my numbers right? Is my blood work great? Are my essential fatty acids good? Or is my B12 right? Is my D right? Is everything working for me? And, of course, do I feel good? Let's move on. We have a question. I am trying to eat 1 head of leafy greens a day. Is it okay to eat romaine lettuce every day? I read somewhere that you have to alternate different greens and not eat the same kind every day. Have you heard anything about this? I love your show. All right, so I like to rotate greens. I probably don't do it as much as I should, because I really like romaine. So I'll eat 1 or 2 heads of romaine a day, and then I'll switch off to spinach, and I'll switch off to kale, and I'll switch off to a few different things. And so that's how I like to do it. Janice asks, hi Kevin and Anne-Marie, it's been great following you and all your wonderful information. Thanks, Janice. It's been great that you've been watching. I have a question for you. For a while now, I've been losing my hair. Do you have an answer to make it stop falling out and to grow back thick again? Also, I hear there are some herbs to help make the natural color return. Let's see. I've tried herbs. Thanks for all your help. All right, great. Janice, this is kind of a multi-tiered question. So first off, we need to address, we can't look at the fix before we address the initial problem. The initial problem is, why is the hair falling out? What kind of levels of stress do you have? Are you exposed to any sort of radiation? What levels are your thyroid and your adrenal glands operating at? So those would be the first three things to look at. Stress levels, look at radiation, look at adrenals and hormones. So those would be the first three things. Get your thyroid tested. A lot of times hair loss for women is thyroid, directly related to the thyroid. The thin, hair kind of look, thin, weak hair is definitely, is I can't say definitely, but chances, there's a high percentage, just like stumbling through my words here, just so it's all politically correct, high percentage that it might be a thyroid issue. So get your thyroid checked. And then for your hair actually retaining its color, really one of the best things is minerals. So highly mineralized diet, low stress. And what does stress do? Well, stress actually creates an acidic environment in the body. It strips your minerals, and that in turn can actually cause your hair to become gray and make you look older than you really are. So minerals and B vitamins. And then if you're working with thyroid, we're talking iodine, we're talking a whole bunch of other things too, B vitamins, things like that, minerals as well. But, get it checked first and see what it is, and then address that. I know that Dr. Richard DeCenzo has had some good success with thyroid issues. Dr. Teresa Dale, who I interviewed, has really good success with hormones. So, and Dr. Rita Marie Lascalzo has had good results with that too. So check them out too, see if they work for you. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys found some value in this show. We're excited to have you guys as viewers and watchers, and please pass this along if maybe you found some information that maybe one of your family members or your friends can benefit from. Your question today is this: do you rotate your greens? Go ahead and post it down below. Tell us if you do, tell us if you don't, tell us why or why not. This is Kevin Gianni from the Renegade Health Show. Together we can change the health of the world, one show at a time.